What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Talk Real Talk for week number two, podcast number two. It's your boy, Genios. Hope everybody's had a good week. I know I've worked myself into exhaustion, but it's been a good week. Lysha here's with me today.
Hello, everyone.
And
Y'all gonna get a yawn for me.
you gonna get it's all you're gonna get this podcast because I am one time motherfucker. But man, listen, like I'm just, oh my god. So I think in the past, from Thursday of last week till today, I've put in almost 60 hours at work, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Money.
I've done everything from training somebody to having to cover two stations. I had to cover somebody's station today because it fucking snowed, and they were like, "Oh, well, I can't make it to work, motherfucker. The snow was melted by noon. You could have got to work. Them streets weren't fucking icy."
Yeah, that same shit happened up here. Yesterday it snowed, but the only thing it stuck to was the grass. The concrete was dry as fuck. I was just like, look, long as I don't gotta snow. Nah, it's not snow. Long as I don't gotta shovel. You can tell I just woke up. Long as I don't have to shovel, I'm straight. I don't care what the fuck you do outside.
Like
Like,
I woke up at 7 something this morning, and I hadn't looked out the window because I woke up because my mama was in the other room talking or something. I don't know, but I woke up. I looked outside and I was like, it's kind of early for the sun to be out the way it's looking. I peeked out them windows. It is full on snowing outside. It's all quiet. It's white shit all over the ground. Mind you, I live in Tennessee. Bitch, it's supposed to be hot as fuck. And the thing is, yesterday or 2 days before, we had got this really bad rain. Like it was hailing and shit. And it was raining. And then yesterday morning, it was hot as fuck. So I'm like, okay, now look. We went from rain and hail to sunny skies, no clouds, to snow. I need something to make up his mind because I don't have time to be dealing with these switching weather climates. I'm not built for this.
mm,
Oh, but that's been my morning today. Um, but yeah, so let's kick it off this week with talking about this fucking diss track that Nicki Minaj put out. Because I
you
actually want to talk about this because it's
mean
hilarious
you
to
mean
me.
the song that she could have kept because she on it. All right, Nikki could have done better. She To me it felt like she needed Wang and Drake to back her up, but it's like Remy dissed you how many weeks ago, and then you decided you were gonna drop 3 songs at once. Like that was her plan the entire time. Like, oh, we're gonna drop these 3 songs, but your verse, like your whole diss was like mediocre. Remy gave you 7 minutes, you gave her less than a minute, and then you still out here doing these itty bitty piggy raps, but is not up to par. Like everything Nikki said rhymed it with an ing at the end. And it's so many words you can rhyme with ing. Like
This is true. This is
do
very
do better.
true.
Do better.
That's basic bar fundamentals.
Mm.
But for people that don't know what's going on, if you just so happen to be out the know, 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
Remy Ma put out a diss track to Nicki Minaj, a 7 minute long diss track, and she went in on Nicki on the diss. Like it was awful. So, uh, people patiently waited for Nicki to put something out in response because everybody knows she would at least put out some type of response. She wouldn't just stay quiet about it. And she dropped in 3 songs Wednesday.
No, first.
The
Hold on.
later part of the week.
It might have been Friday.
Yeah, it might.
But mind you, I just want everybody to understand something. Remy dissed Nicki on February 25th. It is March 11th, and those songs might have come out the 9th or the 10th. Just keep that in mind.
Yes. And she put out 3 songs. I've only listened to this so-called diss, so I ain't listened to the other 2 yet. But when I listened to it, I was like, okay, well, first of all, why is Wayne and Drake is going on? Somebody is sitting on their car alarm. Because that is not me. Or is it
Go.
not? That's definitely not me. What the fuck going on? Anyways, but yeah, this she had Wayne and Drake on it, which immediately I'm like, I don't know why you would make a diss song having people collab on it, but okay, whatever. This is new. This is people do weird things all the time. It's whatever. But like it wasn't nothing extraordinary that she said to me to diss Remy. Like you didn't really do nothing to you didn't really do nothing to help your case, nor did you do anything that really shot back at Remy. Because like you said, she put out a whole 7 minute diss song. You put out a song and you were only on the song for about a minute. Like, and that minute wasn't really anything extraordinary. And I think Nicki can like actually rap. She can really rap if she put her mind to it. But like you said, she did that whole itty bitty piggy whatever rapping that she did on it. I'm just like, no. Nah. So, but we'll see where this continues because I would love to see what happens next because I think this is a very interesting week.
Remy Remy has said that, she's not particularly proud of like her diss track or whatever, or the fact that there is even a beef. She just feels as though people should be uplifting black women, black MCs working together instead of like, just trying to force a beef. And I'm gonna need for Foxy Brown deaf ass to sit down somewhere because nobody ain't been checking for her since what year? Like it's 2017. We haven't heard anything from you since mid 2000s, my nigga. Like when Kim beat your ass. I'm gonna need you to sit down. That's another person I'm glad stayed the fuck out of this was Little Kim because
Oh,
I
oh.
don't need her to come back and do nothing. I don't. But I'm glad you actually brought this topic up because I was, man, listen. And the thing about it is, I haven't listened to the full song. When I heard the verses, I was in someone's live stream on YouNow, and I just happened to look up at the TV, and he was talking about it. And I was just like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he played it again because I heard it in the background. And he played it again. I said, "What the fuck is this bullshit?" I said, "You mean to tell me that you clap back, but you only clap back? The only good thing that you might have said in there was the chorus, because you didn't give me shit." I swear, like you didn't give me anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess Young Money's Big Three coming back. I guess. Fucking guess. I don't know.
Oh, but yeah, I was really one of the I won't say And it was kind of a big thing. I mean, it wasn't big as when Drake and Meek were going at it that first week, but this was definitely talked about. At least on the radio stations when I was listening to it. So I just, I really, like I said, I want to see how, I want to see how this develops because this could be really interesting. Like you said, because if Lil Kim jump in, it's just gonna be a churn for everybody. Hell, let's go ahead and make it a 4-way brawl. Go ahead and throw fucking Eve in there.
And speaking of, okay, so I was on Twitter and there was a thread of black MCs and their diss tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that Blow Your Mind by Eve featuring Gwen Stefani was a diss track to Lil Kim.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Yes. I did not know that. I said, excuse me. I said, what is going on here?
Oh, let me.
I didn't know they had problems. I didn't know Remy and Foxy had problems either.
I knew about Remy and Foxy, but I didn't know about the Eve Blow Your Mind thing. Well, let me just look at these lyrics for a minute, just
Just
so I
how I
can.
didn't know Holla Back Girl was a diss track either.
Excuse me?
Holla
Wait,
Back Girl. Holla. Okay, let me explain this. Apparently, Gwen Stefani and Courtney Love had some form of a beef, and Courtney Love called Gwen Stefani a cheerleader. So Gwen took it and she flipped it, and that's how we got I Ain't No Holla Back Girl. Notice how in the video they're at a school, there's a
Uh-huh.
marching band, and the Medena's part, they're cheerleaders.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even think I really did not think of that. I was just like, yo, the more you know.
Man, because we were a little bit younger when it came out, we just really little. But even still, Hollaback Girl was a.
Holla Back Girl and Blow Your Mind. Like what?
So
I,
I'm looking at Blow Your Mind lyrics, and I'm. Some of y'all ain't writing well, too concerned with fashion. None of you ain't Giselle, can't walk and imagine. A lot of y'all Hollywood drama past it. Cut bitch camera off, real shit blasted. Okay. I'm gonna have to look at this a little bit more because that's I did not know that. Crazy.
yeah, that threw me for a fucking loop when I seen that not too long ago. I said, excuse me. And another thing, today I was before I went to the funeral this morning, I had seen a thread of the top 100 reality TV show fights.
Mm-hmm.
From 1 to 100, the last one that they chose, I feel like to me, number 100 was the best one. Like if I had to rate everything in order, everything was the perfect order. Number 100 was the College Hill Virgin Islands fight between Vanessa and Crystal when
Oh,
she popped old girl in the head with that shoe.
she hit her with that shit.
Man,
I remember that now.
oh
Oh
my
man, this
god.
was like 1 to 100, 100 being the best one, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. That is the
yeah.
honestly that is like if anything, that is the best fight in reality TV show history because it was real, it was raw, it was uncut. But to me, now that I'm older, I still feel like it wasn't fair that Vanessa had to go home instead of Crystal when Crystal was the one who hit her in the head with a heel.
When I
It's
hit,
like
ooh,
she busted her head open and she got to stay in the house. That just made me want to go grab my College Hill DVD and watch the whole season. But when I came out of room, I passed the fuck out. I passed the fuck out. So I'll probably do that later.
well, since we talking about uh live TV and reality TV, what what is your favorite moment from any reality TV show?
My favorite moment from any reality TV show. Something okay, I could give you something I can quote word for word every time I fucking see it. It was Flavor of Love season 1,
Mm-hmm.
Hottie versus New York.
Mm-hmm.
New York came up to Hottie she asked her if she's seen her leather jacket. Hottie proceeds to say no. She said, well, you said that you will stop at nothing. You will cut clothing. You will hide clothing. Bitch, where is my jacket? Either you pay for my jacket or you make my jacket appear. They're arguing back and forth. Hottie then says, you're just jealous of me because my friends tell me that I look like Beyonce. Everybody in the fucking room falls the fuck out. Like, the whole house was in the room at the time and they were laughing. And New York just goes, Beyonce, Beyonce, bitch, you look like Luther Vandross. Nigga, that shit will forever take me out. Forever take me out. I even told my mom today, I was like, I need Flavor Love 1, 2, 3. I Love New York seasons 1 and 2 on DVD. I need that collection. That is reality TV gold. That's when VH1 was at its best.
Yes.
Was those two shows. It like there was nothing can ever top those shows.
Cause we were talking about this not too long ago. Cause they were showing they were having a marathon.
They did it for Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh man. I got two that come top of my head, and I always remember. One of them is Flavor Love, and it's the motherfucking turkey.
She put that goddamn chicken in that goddamn microwave, boy.
Like,
she tried to get that shit to flavor, mom. That shit had eyes on it.
Oh my god, I have never in my life seen somebody treat a turkey so wrong. The I forgot. I can't even remember what she put on it, but I know I remember she tried to throw that bitch in the microwave, and it was no. And then the second moment, Bad Girls Club, when Tanisha got them pots and pans and was going around the house.
That was on
I
our
ain't
list
getting
too.
no sleep because of y'all. Y'all not gonna get no sleep because of me. I will never forget that.
Oh my god.
Them are like my top two favorite reality TV moments. There's a lot of other ones in there, but if I think of reality TV, them are the two things I think of first.
Yeah. To me, that was the start of my me becoming like a reality TV junkie, because when I was younger, I would try and watch Real World. I started watching Real World when they were in Chicago. The first time they did Chicago with Anissa and that whole cast, and my mom used to tell me, she's like, you can't watch that show. It's too much cussing. They be having gay, lesbian sex and stuff on there. I don't want you seeing that. Da 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 da. Soon as Real World would come on, I would shut my door, lock my door, turn the TV volume down, and watch me some Real World. I was not fucking with her. What the hell she had to say. Bad Girls Club, when that started, I watched Bad Girls Club from season 1 to 17. I've never missed a season of Bad Girls, ever. And that was nuts. She was like, they're a bad influence, da, 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 da. Because I've always wanted to go on that show. Like, once I turned 21, I turned 21 around season 15. No, season 14. So I applied for season 15, 16, and this current season 17. And I just feel like, personally, a lot of the girls that they've been choosing lately, they could do better. And apparently that
memorable.
Right. And apparently this season is the last season, and I'm so fucking crushed. I was like, that could have been me. Like, I could have like showed the world like what makes me a bad girl. And I'm never gonna get that opportunity. So I'm just like, fuck it. I'll just, if they ever bring the world back, I can, do that, because it's the same production company.
Yeah.
And a lot of the girls that they choose came from auditioning for the Real World. Like Camilla, she auditioned for the Real World. They end up putting her on Bad Girls Club. So hey, you never know. You never know.
Like But see, I'm gonna live it the opposite. Like, I don't watch any reality TV no more. Like, I don't watch. I don't think I've watched a season of Bad Girls Club since like season 6.
God bless.
Uh, I haven't watched Real World ain't been coming on, but I haven't been I don't think. I think the last one I watched was Real World New Orleans, and then I
Wow.
think the last I I don't want to say true reality TV show, but last I guess old school reality TV show I watched was probably the fucking Charm School, where they brought all the girls back and they were trying to get them to act right. I think that was the last time I really watched
So
reality TV.
did you watch Charm School with Monique, or was the last one you
I
seen the one with
watched it
Sharon
with Monique.
Osbourne? Okay, so you did the Flavor of Love.
Yeah,
Okay.
and as I grew older, like I stopped really caring about reality TV. I was like, oh man, it's sort of the same thing, but each one depending on which one you're looking at. And my interests were going more towards other stuff, but I was just like, they got some funny moments in it. But like I said earlier, them 2 moments I will never forget. But I did always say I would love to try and be on the real world, which is hilarious because I'm not outrageous.
I don't like that laugh. I'm pretty sure everyone listening don't like that laugh either.
I'd be that calm person that would try and keep things together until the last moment and just goes batshit crazy and shit hit the fan. Be like, you touch me, I'm throwing a cement block at you, straight up. Oh man, it really has been a minute since I watched reality TV, and since we talking, well, because I feel like in the future this is gonna happen. So the Cash Me Outside girl has been very popular lately, and I know the trend of, oh well, if things get popular and they're popular long enough, somebody will throw money at it to make a TV show out of it. And I I'm almost positive that girl who's like 13 is gonna get a TV show one day.
I seen something about there's supposed to be one, but I also seen that she fucked Kodak Black. But so we don't know what's true about this little girl at one point.
Oh, she
And,
fucked Kodak Black. That is true.
my nigga,
That
she's
that's
13.
she's 13.
He's 19 years old.
Mm, what a shame. What a shame. It must be nice to just be able to go on Dr. Phil and get incredibly popular. Maybe, who knows? I don't know nothing no more. I'm too old for this. It just don't make no
And
sense to me. I don't even want to talk about that. If what if that is true, if Kodak Black really fucked her, I don't
I mean,
even.
he already in jail, so it's fine.
Mm.
Um, I wanna talk about the other night in uh the Twitch community. Yeah, no, you're not off the hook for that shit. Um, so a couple nights ago, I want to say this was what,
This was
Wednesday night,
this was
because I didn't
Thursday
have
night. Cause
it
I
was.
remember I woke up real early in the morning because I had to be at work early.
So okay, just know I didn't go to sleep until 3:30 in the morning. Okay, so
We started at the beginning of the night.
la- no, I'm gonna give him a little backstory. So in the Black Twitch community, because I'm going to continue to say that I don't give a fuck what nobody has to say. We are Black Twitch. Um, there is a particular Caucasian female who randomly popped up one day, and
Where did
she's
she
been
come from?
causing, I don't fucking know. She's been causing chaos and things of that in the Discord world, and she took her talents to the gods Discord, and you know more about what the fuck happened, because I decided I was gonna stay my black ass out of it, because every time I say something, She gets cussed the fuck out and dragged, and I didn't have time to cuss out nobody's Caucasian child that night. What exactly the fuck happened?
Okay. So we, well, not you and I, but me and some other people were just in the call chilling, and they were being their regular selves.
Left me in my server by myself, by the way, to
No, no,
go.
no.
Nope,
John was
y'all
there
left
with
me.
you. I left.
No, y'all left. All of y'all left.
That's
I was in
right.
here by myself.
That's right.
Every server that I was in was clear. Everybody was in there.
So the person that this all started from is known for having multiple identities or accounts on Discord and has occasionally, quite often actually, been found of using double accounts at once. I.e., she'll be on Discord on her phone and on her laptop or computer, and she'll try and fake an identity. So, uh, we were in there just talking and stuff, and somebody had said something about her. It wasn't even nothing major. It was like, oh, I miss her. Or I miss fucking with her. It was something along those lines.
Mm.
And this random person just popped in out of nowhere and was like, hey, don't you talk about her. And we were like, wait a minute. Who the fuck are
Who the fuck?
you? Like, now mind you, in this particular server, it's just a sort of, people be there, but they don't be there. And it's a
But
lot of
everybody was
people in
there.
that server, but you couldn't know because people be going in there and be acting wild, and because of that, some people just don't talk. They just go in there, see what's going on, and then pop back out. So this person said something, and everybody was like, "Who the fuck are you?" And this said person was like, "Don't worry about that. Just don't be talking about her that way." So us being the niggas that we are, or them being the niggas that they are, to be more precise, they were like, okay, well, let's run with the shit. So they started asking questions. Who are you? How you know her? You fucking her? Did you fuck her? And all the other type of stuff. And we were getting some bullshit responses like, oh, I'm family, yada yada yada, and all that stuff. I kept my head out of it for the most part. And one of them, one of the more frequent users of said server, had posted a screenshot of something because we were like, okay, well, you're definitely not some random. You're definitely this person that we're talking about just on an alternate account. And this and somebody had posted a screenshot about the person that they had been talking about earlier, and it set her off on the alternate account, and that led to a whole thing of her coming back in the server. She was gone from the server. Like she had left or got kicked or some shit. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't pay no attention. And then that led to a whole lot of screaming, a whole lot of cursing. And if you were fortunate enough, you probably heard it on live stream and you've probably watched the clip of it now.
My backstory with this person is that she's been doing this for quite some time now. I just want to say that at first, everything with her was cool, calm, cool, and collected. Like she just chilled, and then she started to get a little bit of extra attention, and the extra attention kind of like went to her head a little bit. And like I said, I don't know if I said this on the last, I had disappeared from Twitch for a while because I needed like some time to breathe, and there was some things going on with me and a few streamers that I really wasn't like trying to fucking deal with. Like I really did not want to deal with it. And so when I returned, everyone was like, "Hey, Lysha's back. What's up?" And I feel like all the attention that she was getting then came back to me, and she didn't like that. So it was a constant bickering back and forth between her and herself because I wasn't feeding into it. Every time I get called a bitch, a cunt, or some shit, I just be like, okay, you're mad for no reason. Like, and I understood why you were mad. So I thought at that time, I was just like, all right, you're mad over this, but I already had that. So why would I go back and forth with you when at the end of the day you're a child, you don't know any better, and you just want the attention? And when I brought that to the forefront of, yo, she just wants attention, none of what she's saying is really true, none of what she's saying she's really gonna do, it was like, okay, I'm exposed, time for me to really act the fuck out, which is what I feel like happened Thursday night. She got exposed and she act the fuck out because that what happened in that call, from what everybody heard, that's happened endless
multiple
amount,
times.
and I've witnessed it endless amount of times. But the only thing is that when I come around and she's doing that shit, she'll stop and mute. Now, I didn't want to come into that call that night because, first of all, it was about 30 motherfuckers in that bitch. I didn't have time for it. I literally went on my alternate account to see what the fuck was going on. I don't never go on that account unless somebody in that said server is talking shit about me, or everybody that's in my server starts acting a dirty goddamn fool over there. And I'm like, okay, let me just lurk a little bit. So I signed on to my alt account because my sub is on that account. So I can go anywhere freely in that fucking server I want. And I just happened to be in the stream, and that was my first time being in that stream in about 6 months. And I'm just like, yo, this is normal as fuck. Like, this girl does this shit all the time. Like, she does it all the time. I don't know what y'all expect. I don't know why y'all are acting so concerned. And even from what I heard in the stream, the people who were around us when she was doing it previously, they was just like, yo, she does this shit all the time. Like,
That's
it
why
was
I
just
was like, I went in for a good portion of it. I just wasn't there because I was like, I don't feel like hearing somebody scream in my fucking ear for 15 minutes. Nor do I feel like listening to somebody fake cry. But I was like, yeah, she do this quite a bit. I've never
I didn't
been there,
see that in the
but
stream.
from
Yeah, I
what
didn't
you
see that.
told me and from other people
Mm-hmm.
told me, it happens quite a lot. And I was just like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, I have
And
my
it
own
always
personal opinions about the girl, but whatever. But whatever is going on with her, she does this to get attention, and it's whatever. But it it sort of caught me because I was like, if you are struggling for attention that bad that if this is all true, and we're like 90% sure it is true that was her on an alternate account, no solid proof. I'm like, okay, you know, you gonna be around people who gonna act a dirty goddamn fool. The entire server has no fucking sense.
none. And it's been that way from day one. Like the day that the
The
server was
person that made the
created,
server ain't got no fucking sense.
which is why it was live on stream. Like the entire thing. Now, when I went in there just to, like, check on a few people, and I ended up going into the sub call because I was just like, I'm not about to go down there and listen to that. I said, I've been there, done that for at least 3 months. Like, I'm not doing it to myself. I'm damn sure as hell not doing it to my ears with this loud ass vibrating headset. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go where there's literally one person sitting in a call and we're gonna talk. So we're talking, and he mentions it to me, but we're not really too much like giving a fuck about that situation. It's like, yo, we've been there, done that. We dealt with it. And all of a sudden, I hear my voice come from my phone. And I'm just like,
Excuse me?
why the fuck? Like, why the fuck? So I look at the chat, and the streamer is in the call with us. Now, mind you, he said hi. I might have said hi, but not thinking that he was still streaming. So then from there it just went downhill from there. Like I
Yeah, it
don't
did. Yeah, like
I don't actually know like we talked about that subject for a little bit and then we got off of this and that night just turned into a shitload of reminiscing and it actually made me realize how good shit used to be.
hmm
Like last year was like that was probably like the most fun I had because when I came into the community I was dealing with depression and it helped me deal with my depression. I was
hmm
able to open up, come out of my shell, be and like be myself again. Because I wasn't going outside. I really didn't have any friends that were supporting me through like, my hard time. And I feel like the community itself, like they had my back. Like, and I was even telling someone yesterday, I was like, yo, I used to be the mama of the community. Like, I was the mama. Like, he was papa, I was mama, but there was no relation. And he started doing that thing that he always does, and it just went on from there. And Genios, you're still not out the fucking doghouse for the shit you pulled that night,
Before
but
we get to that, though, before we get to that, I just want to go back for a little bit. If you are a person who is seeking attention, one, there's nothing wrong with it. But two, the means you go about it, and that if they are unhealthy, please talk to somebody
mm-hmm.
because what what we have experienced from that person and the things that have happened because of them and what they seek, it has led to some rather distasteful things, and no one should have to go through that. So I'm basically telling you, if you're going through something, it talk to somebody, even if it's just a stranger. Somebody will listen to you because she has people that will listen to her, but she just doesn't choose to listen to the words they have to say. But yes, it's
Because
not.
I
Go ahead.
even with like the shit that I've been through with this person, I tried my hardest to help. I really did. Like, and even with that whole like full that situation, I tried to help. I was like, look, say this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, I was also in that situation my damn self. But I wasn't in that fucking deep because at the end of the day, I knew where I stood in that person's life. And now that that's not it, there's no stance. I just like it's to me now it's laughable. It's like because I went through this with this girl because of you and now you and I aren't even on good terms.
Yeah, I try to advocate as much as I can to get help if you're mentally unstable or you just have a mental issue. You might not hit that point yet, but everybody just needs to take a step back and sort of look at themselves and be like, okay, the things I'm doing are the things I'm doing good, are the things I'm doing bad, uh they're hurting anybody. Just if you feel like you're not in a good place, just please find somebody to talk to. But back to what you were about to call me out for. Listen, okay. I made this statement very clear a week ago. I'm an asshole. And I knew some prime information, some some clean receipts that I knew I could just throw them out there and I could watch a good time unfold.
That's
So,
what the fuck you did.
so when I saw what was about to happen, I was like, wait a minute. This is clean. I can have some fun. Everybody can laugh. Because you say it like I was just being an asshole, which I was, but you were having fun.
Yeah, and honestly, I didn't think that after all this time and like after like all the hurt and animosity I've had towards this person, I didn't ever think that I would return to that place. And I like even when I was going through it and I spoke to them, I was just like, yo, like in my eyes, like you were a role model, you were a big brother to me, and and you really fucking hurt me. And literally, like, what the nigga said to me in response to like this thick ass paragraph was, yo, like, I'm a dickhead to everybody I talk to on the regular. And it's just like, my nigga, but no, like, you gotta understand, like, you've been in my life since I was a teenager. Like, it's 2017. Like, you've been in my life since 2010. And I just feel like when shit hit the fan the way that it did, it was just like a good part of me and my childhood is just like fucking ruined. So to be back in that place that night, it was just like, yo, it's proof that like everything is fine. But you and that lazy eye cuck, y'all. Yeah,
First of all,
I
don't
don't
you
know
ever
about y'all.
associate me with the lazy one. No, it don't work that way. I I do things very rarely, and when I do them for a for my own enjoyment. B, typically, I would never do anything to just outright hurt somebody. I'm not the type of person. I might make fun of you, but I do it in a manner where you can probably laugh at it yourself. And C, I'm always able to take what I dish out. I don't have no problem with nobody talking about me. Hell, I probably agree with you and laugh at my damn self. But like I said, I knew cause we had just been talking about, oh man, it's been a year. Like time just flew
Yeah,
by real crazy. So I was like, okay, well, let's go ahead and take a trip down memory lane. Let's see if we can get that old time back. And we kind of did. Like it worked. There's a
yeah.
whole bunch of niggas in there. It didn't make no
That
goddamn
didn't
sense.
know. That didn't even know. It was like you had the OGs and then you had the newbies that was in there. So it was like a lot of them didn't understand like what was going on, and a lot of the people that were in the stream chat, because after a while I forgot that the nigga was streaming. I really did, because like that's how much of a good time we were having. And it just brought me back to last year when we used to do this shit all the time. So I happened to like glance down at the stream chat and someone said something, and I was just like, yo, nigga, we do this shit all the time. Like this ain't no for real shit. Like we're joking. Like this is how it's been. This is how it's always gonna be.
Yes. And
It was
I
it
don't
was
think it
amazing.
would. And there's nothing wrong with going back and reliving them times because I think it was good for everybody that was involved because it was a way to sort of, I guess, reconnect. Because if we're
Right,
being honest, I don't fucking really follow him no more. Like
right.
I might pop in every now and then to say hello, but other than that, I'm just sort of like, ew, nigga,
You
ew.
know, yeah, it's like a
The people
like
you
for
associate with is
me,
just ew.
I started to keep my distance because it was becoming a
Mm-hmm.
bit much, and I just started to see niggas move funny, and I was just like, wait a minute, like, well, let's calm down, let's relax, let's try and reel it in, and the whole body was reeling it in, so I was
But
just
see,
like,
once you start seeing them things, you're a little bit more wary. Like, I don't know if I really want to do that or go look at that, and it just sort of builds up. So, but I do get where you coming from because we both feel that way. But yeah, it was really fun to sort of relive for at least one day how I used to be.
and to take everybody's mind off of what the fuck happened prior to that,
Uh,
it's like we all went
that shit is still hilarious. It's
from like
sad, and it shouldn't be as funny as it was, but I don't know.
I
I'm
mean,
just
to me at this point, I don't have any sympathy. Like I don't care. Like I got to a point where I I'm not gonna say I was poking at her, but I I knew the trigger points and I would stay away from them. But somebody else pull the trigger, and then it's like, oh well, since Lysha's here, I'm gonna go off on her. I'm gonna call her all types of cunts, bitches, hoes, and tell her fucking eyebrows look like shit. But in reality, she's beautiful, and I can't take that because literally, when this whole shit popped off, this streamer was like, "Are you familiar?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I've been through this shit with this girl." And I sent him a shit ton of logs, and he read everything. He was just like, "Bro, what the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah." So this has been happening for some months now, and I don't understand why people are still acting like there's actually no reason to still be surprised at this. It's fairly normal, and something like this shouldn't actually
Be normal.
be normal.
I've never had an interaction with this girl, like ever. The only reason I know of her is because of you and John. Because y'all would tell me all the crazy shit that y'all have seen and heard her do. And in my mind, I'm immediately brought back to some of the other people that I used to know a long time ago. Uh, People I used to talk to on the daily on the internet because I was one of those types of people that just wanted that type of attention. I didn't necessarily do those type of things, but I know how it feels to want that attention. That being said, that was me like 10 years ago. I'm about to be 23 years old. That was me when I was like 11 and 12. So part of me gets it, and then part of me is like, okay, well, you kind of should have grew out of this phase. So something is clearly wrong right there. You probably want to talk to somebody or talk to one of your friends because you have friends.
Real.
One of your friends has literally told you what you're doing is wrong. It don't make sense, baby. And from what I understood, she, the girl who did these things, told her, I know, I don't know what to do though. So I'm like, I can't, I want to have sympathy for you, but I really can't because you're choosing not to learn. And if you don't want to learn, then that means I'm wasting time on you. And if I'm wasting time on you, that means you're going to get cut off real quick.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, I don't like wasting my breath with people, and I feel like I I wasted my breath because it's like, okay, yeah, you've cussed me out, you called me all types of names, you've apologized, and then you'll turn around and you'll do it again. And then I'm just like, okay, so now I'm at a point where it's like, fuck you and everything that you're for. Um, I've even gone so far as to think of doing the unthinkable, but I haven't done it yet because John keeps telling me not to. So, uh, I'm at a point where it's just like, I don't care. That's why I didn't entertain it when it happened because it's just like I don't care. Oh shit! But yeah, I don't care.
But I don't like judging people. I've really tried to stop being a very judgmental person, and I feel like I've made great strides in that. But it's very hard to look at her and be like, I can't take you seriously, not a bit. Especially when you're going from crocodile tears to straight faced, I'm serious in like all of 30 seconds.
2 seconds. Like I heard
I don't care
that.
how good you are at controlling your emotions. There's no goddamn way in the world anyone can go from I'm crying, I'm sad, I'm very sad, like I'm depressed to that foolishness that I heard, and I'm just like, no.
Like I heard that too. I was listening to the clip because I didn't know it got clipped. I just know that I knew that it happened. Like, and I heard it more than once. So I was listening to the clip, and it went from screaming, yelling, crying to heavy breathing and then normal talking. That's how I knew she was faking. Because there's nowhere you're gonna go from hyperventilating like that to just speaking how I'm speaking. And I just say, oh, but, uh, uh, okay, So I just,
It was jarring to hear. I'm like, okay, no, we're done here. I'm up out of here. But moving on. Is there anything in particular else you want to talk about?
um,
Cause I'm pulling a blank on anything else.
Nothing else really happened this week. I guess we can get into that topic that people like.
Oh, I was
I don't
gonna ask you
know.
about that. That's fine. We can
I
roll
don't
with that.
know if we have anything up our sleeves this week.
Um.
We also that night gave them the BDSM
Oh,
test.
we did do that, and that was very eye opening. It's still when we took it, me, you, and everybody else. It was very eye opening to see some of these results and answers from people. Because, goddamn it, it it was like here I am, you kinky dirty bastards. Enjoy me.
And I feel like that always happens with us. I feel like when we're just playing around and and stuff like that, it turns into stuff like that. And I had got the test off of Twitter, and apparently my whole timeline was just engaging in this, and I was just like, I I guess I can,
And it's one of the type of things
do
like,
this.
okay, well, if I do it and people around me do it, we obviously gonna talk about it. I'm gonna look at your answer and be like, ooh, you like to dress up while you having sex, you dirty motherfucker. And it's just one of them type of things. And we've seen this happen before. Like, we've done this before. So it wasn't
Yeah,
really anything new, but my God.
we did that whole fetish night, and I actually feel like that night and the test, it tied into each other, because like we learned a lot about each other and how everybody like operates mentally and sexually, and I was just like, yo, this is like, I like when we have nights like that. I do, because it's almost like we're building a bond, but in the most weird way
Once
possible.
everyone's not being a fucking ass. It's
In
finally genuine. I
a
say that
submissive
like it's not
manner.
already genuine, and it's not. But everyone, everyone who already doesn't have their walls down has them down.
At that those during those moments.
Yes. It's just like, oh, if you stop being a fucking ass, I say the asshole, you'd be a much nicer person.
But then you have like people's sensitivity levels are very high, and then you have some people who just shut down and just
Yes.
don't want to like be a part. But you also have people who are curious and want to know, like, am I normal? What's going on with me? Like, what is my kink? What you know what is it? And I think that a lot of people, when they saw their test results, they were just like, what the fuck?
And
So
then you just had me over in the corner and was like, oh, yeah,
this is yeah,
that's about
that's
right.
about right.
I'm I'm very but see that's the thing. I'm very open about talking about that stuff, but because we don't talk about it or we don't talk about it often, people be like, Genios, you're really calm and respectful and all this other shit. How you get these results? And I'm just like, don't nobody ask. Only person that asks is Lysha and John and Hermit. That's it. Don't nobody else ask.
Honestly,
Oh man. But it's getting to be around that time, about to hit the hour mark. Anything you wanna final disclosures?
I just want y'all to understand that I don't give a fuck. Okay,
I don't
yeah.
either.
Um, like I said before, I am like the motherly type, but don't get it twisted. I will actually fucking come at you with something fierce, and you won't like me. So maybe next week we'll have some actual like tips. maybe we can dive into that a little bit next week, depending on what happens in the server next
And I'm
week
sure
or whatever.
somebody in the world of celebrities gonna fuck up something real soon and we can talk about it.
Somewhere.
Somebody gonna fuck up somewhere. Well, who?
Oh, actually,
Huh?
while we're here, I don't know how the fuck this slipped my fucking mind. Chris Brown and Karrueche.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah, I don't
about
know how
that.
that slipped my mind. She's getting a restraining order on him. Well, she has one, and now she's working towards getting a permanent restraining order against Chris. They were supposed to go to court, I guess, yesterday, the 10th, and he wasn't properly served, so they had to push the date back to I think the 24th of this month. So we'll revisit that topic after all of that stuff comes out, because I have a lot to say, and you guys are actually gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl when we do talk about that. So,
oh, bitch, we forgot to talk about Beyonce and these ugly ass fashion choices. Spending all
she's
this money.
pregnant.
Fair enough. We'll leave that for next week. But thank you guys for listening. It's been another episode of Let's Talk Real Talk. I almost said Pool Party Podcast for a minute there, but this has been Genius and Lysha with you. How about this, Lysha? How about next
What's up?
week we bring in John if he here?
John is gonna be in London next week. That's not gonna
He is
happen.
gonna be in London next week. If you in London and you see a big black nigga, suplex him.
Don't do that.
Tell him it's from Genius. If you see you and you gonna know, you gonna know who I'm talking about. He real big. He like 6'3". Boy, a clean. I ain't gonna say how much John weigh, but he big. He look like a Snorlax. Just suplex him and tell him it's from Genius. From With Love.
Don't do that.
But anyways, y'all, thank you for listening to the Pool Party.
And he did it again.
I did it anyway. Thank you for listening to Let's Talk Real Talk. This has been Genius and Lysha. We out this bitch.